Look, if Mac comes back and he has the job, that's great. But you know what starts up? Yeah, Zappe wasn't doing that. Does Mac really want this? I'm just saying. And I don't want to make it seem like it's a knock on Mac Jones, but it's almost kind of like, look, the crown prince is here. Doing the gritty at the Pro Bowl. Yeah, on a play that was whistled dead, by the way. It's almost kind of like, hey, can we see the improvement on the field where the mistakes that are obvious to everybody, those need to be correct. Those should have been corrected before this year started. The screaming, I forgot the interception, was it against Baltimore, where he comes back to the bench screaming, cover four. How about you throw it out of the back of the end zone? Play for another down, son. So there are some things that people feel like, hey, Bailey Zappe just feels a lot more comfortable in whatever the system is. We've had big conversations all throughout the preseason of what is and what isn't the system and who's the offensive coordinator and who's going to call plays. None of these guys have ever done offense. All that stuff still applies. But I would ask, would you rather not have, at least in this situation, a fully healthy Mac Jones? Because that's the other thing. You wouldn't want Mac Jones to try and rush himself back because of the noise. You wouldn't. Because if he's not fully healthy, then he's not going to be better with the productivity. It's the one goes in the hand with the other. I'd rather have him back fully healthy and ready to go maybe after the bye if that's what it takes. And if you say after the bye, then you give him a whole week during the bye. You can disguise it by splitting the reps, but you know that Mac is going to be your starter because he knows this information. And maybe you crank it up then. Give him kind of a fresh start because that second half of the season, brutal. And you may not necessarily want to put Bailey Zappe back through the Buffalo ringer twice.